The sun had barely risen over the hills of Hakani when the mist began to roll through the cypress trees, soft and slow, wrapping the quiet mountain village in a veil of white. Inside a small wooden house overlooking the valley, the faint scent of warm oil filled the air. It was here, in this house, that Keiko came every week after her morning Taya place, where she could leave behind the noise of Tokyo, the weight of unspoken feelings, and return to something older, quieter, and true. The place was run by an elderly therapist named Sato, a man who had spent his life studying the art of Japanese body massage not as a profession, but as a spiritual discipline. The room was simple tatami mats, paper screens, and a window half open to the breath of mountain air. Sato bowed deeply before Keiko lay on the futon. He did not speak. The oil's fragrance was clean and comforting, the kind that stirs memories of youth and sunlight. He began at her neck, his hands moving in slow, steady motions. The baby oil made his touch glide effortlessly, as though water were flowing through his fingers. He pressed gently along the base of her skull, releasing the tension that years of city life had woven into her body. Keiko closed her eyes. She could feel the warmth spreading through her spine, dissolving the sharp edges of stress that had become part of her existence. As Sato worked his way to her shoulders, the sound of the nearby stream entered the rhythm of his touch. The baby oil absorbed slowly into her skin, leaving it luminous and soft. And releasing, breathing in sync with her, his hands following the natural flow of ki, the body's life energy. When he moved to her arms, his fingers traced each line of her limbs with deliberate grace. The baby oil, silky and warm, made each movement continuous, no breaks, no separations. It felt like being touched by the wind, by time itself. His hands moved to her chest, circling slowly, in harmony with her breath. The baby oil glided with his hands, carrying the scent of calmness that lingered in the air. When his palms passed over her abdomen, the hara, the center of Japanese life energy, he moved with absolute respect. The circles were slow, deliberate, clockwise, following the natural rhythm of digestion and emotion. As Sato moved to her legs, the sound of his hands meeting the oiled skin echoed faintly. The warmth from his palms traveled through her, and she could feel the fatigue of the week leaving her with each pass. When he reached her calves, he pressed gently, his thumbs finding points that released the ache of constant movement. Line and point, connected to the organs, emotions, and memories within. Sato poured a last bit of warm baby oil and rubbed it into her soles, pressing gently with his thumbs. Each toe was massaged, each arch smoothed with patience. Hiroshi reached for her hand and held it, feeling the same softness that spoke of release. In Japan, massage is not just a method, it is a memory, a philosophy, a prayer in motion. The baby oil had become a bridge between touch and soul. And in its gleam she had found something timeless, the Japanese harmony that exists when body, mind and spirit finally move as one.